Yes, we are back finally with some training videos, and this will not be a one-off. This is the first of many training videos. Lots changed. My demographic has changed. The people who didn't follow me, who were once young before, are now my age, or maybe even older. And there's some straggling young kids that are still there that want to know what the future might hold for them if they do the right thing. So I'm here to show you that. But first, I gotta get myself my pre-workout in, and then head to the gym and do my push day, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Probably just could have shaken this. Alright, what is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve, IFBB Pro Metallic is. We were back in the gym. Yep, back in the gym. We're doing videos. We're doing gym videos. I'm gonna give you guys today my split look into my training, and you guys can follow along. We're doing my push day today, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Let's get into it. I recommend you take one set to absolute dog failure. I'm talking you can't move this bar, period. So like if you go on and you do your first couple, say warm-up sets, like I just did right here, my first warm-up set, and I do my first set and then like get into my hard set, and say I get down to 15 reps and I'm gonna like, you know, and I want to go to failure on my first set, and I get to 15, I'm like, man, I could definitely do more. I'm gonna take this thing to failure. If I end up having to do 25 reps to get to failure, I'm talking I can't move it off of me and I gotta peel myself from underneath here, then I need to do that. Because after that, regardless of how much weight I used, whether I undershot or overshot it, I now know that the rest of the sets that I do for the remainder of the workout, that if I come to 1 to 2 or 2-ish to 3 reps from failure, I have something to go by. For sure, for a fact, if I go to absolute failure on one set, I know that I can confidently say that I brought X other sets to 1 or 2 reps from failure. So that's another one of my warm-up sets. That set was definitely getting close to failure. I did 15 reps and I knew that probably I could definitely do more than that next set. So my next set is going to be my hard set. Now, I'm going to add weight here for sure. My rep range is between 10 to 15 reps. So as long as I fail with this next set, it kind of doesn't matter how many reps that I do. The goal is to bring myself to failure. So again, if I overshoot this set, or say I overshoot it and say, oh yeah, I can do this many reps, then I can do more. Then I'm gonna go to failure with the amount of weight I have. Or if I put on the next increment of weight, and then I only get like 6 reps, doesn't really matter, because I'm bringing this set to failure. So when I do the next 2 sets, my next 2 hard sets, I know that I'm gonna come 1 to 3 reps from failure. The point is that it's always gonna give me a good gauge of how intense I'm training for the entire workout. That's failure. 12 reps with this. For me to go another 10 reps next set, probably not. So I'm gonna drop her down to a plate of 35. So if I was doing a free bar, that would be 205. I'll do that instead. And then again, I'm gonna bring it within that 1 to 3 reps of failure. When you do a 1 set to failure, your first exercise to failure, it sets the tone for the rest of your workout. Tension is gonna be high from set to set to set. And that's what we want. If you're trying to be as strong as you are you're trying to be as strong as your first set to your second exercise, and this is not realistic. You are getting weaker as your exercise goes. You should be getting weaker. You should. Why? Well, you're using nutrients. You're in here, glycogen is slowly going away, right? You're not just on like this full amount of glycogen and then you can just keep going and you can go to the heaviest you can go and maintain that strength for the whole workout. It's just not realistic. Understanding that you're going to get weaker as you go, but your effort stays high. That's the most important thing, because we can make sure that we're getting everything we can out of each set while not necessarily going completely to failure, because we've already made that move that set the tone for the rest of the workout. My shit feels pumped as hell, and I got 3 more exercises to do. All right, so here's your flat bench. That'd be like 15. Here's your 30. Here's your 45, and around like 65. When I say I'm doing a chest and shoulder workout, I mean I'm doing an incline. Here's another incline a little higher. It's gonna be a little more shoulder dominant, front delt, and chest. And then we're gonna do some lateral raises with some flies. So, do we need a warm up? Not necessarily. But it's always good to do at least like 1 if you're going from like, a machine to dumbbells, just to get yourself situated. So, and then my weight selection will be very close to what I'll probably do for a working set. All right, I'm definitely there. There's really no need for me to go to failure there at all. I could have done like 2 more reps, and that's exactly what I want to do. Now, also it's like a couple things you can do instead of always have to change weight out. If you pick a weight that's very manageable, well, that's your opportunity to make your form that much better. We can always slow the negative down a tad bit more. We can always do a little more of a pause in the stretch a little longer to make the set harder before we say the weight I used wasn't good enough or heavy enough. So for me, can I do the 70s next set? I probably could, but before I even go up, during the set, I'm just gonna make the set harder earlier. So I'm gonna be a lot much more meticulous on the negative. And my negative might change from like a 2 or 3 seconds down. By the time I get deeper in my set, that 3 seconds down might turn into a 1 second. Make the set harder earlier, which will help you avoid always having to add weight and add weight and add weight. So my second last exercise, I'm gonna do cable flies. And I'm gonna superset cable flies with dumbbell lateral raises. I'm gonna grab a weight that is challenging, and I'm gonna do at least 15 reps no matter what. It's gonna be 15 to 20 reps on this exercise. All right, so again, when we're doing this, guys, we don't gotta get out here and walk like all the way out here and be like, all right, let's just do this. Take a step out. Here's what I like to do. Pull this guy in here, pull this guy in like this. It's already down. My feet are shoulders apart, and I'm gonna take a step forward, slightly. I'm gonna aim my body down, I'm gonna open my chest up. I'm gonna give her a push down here first, right? The cables are directly aligned with my arm angle. I'm out like this, and I'm out like this, right here. So when I'm doing my exercise, guess what? It's pulling exactly where I need it to pull. And I'm stretching, keep my chest up, my head up, and really working. And if I need to go straight, feet straight, that's fine too. But the goal is get underneath. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that my shoulders don't get in my neck like this. I wanna keep my shoulders down, and I'll go over that too. Give yourself some time before you jump into the next exercise. I'll give myself like 30 seconds and I hit these double lateral raises. Right, everyone's got pants that are kind of the same. The pockets are right here. Right, they're literally right in front. You're gonna have your hands in your pockets. Right on your body like this, just like I am. You put your hands in your pockets and now you flex your arms slightly. Right, now they're tight. Now you're gonna raise your arms up. There's your lateral raise. That's it. Do that. If you do this, you're pulling with your hands. If you do this, I don't know what the hell this is. So, easy way to set up. I got my dumbbells. I let them just chill right in my pocket. My chest is gonna be up. I'm gonna flex those arms a bit. And now, do my raise. And try and get up above your shoulder height. And that means a shoulder above shoulder height, not the hands above shoulder height. Everything, shoulder, elbow, and fist. Holy. If your sets don't start to look ugly, if your form doesn't start to break down slightly, if you don't need a little bit of a boost, like a little bit of a hip drive, you're not training hard enough. Period. Here's the thing. I'm not saying cheat and sit there and do a bunch of dumb cheating and just toss the hips around. You saw me at the end of my set when things were getting hard. I just did a slightly this, to give me enough of a boost to get myself up and I can control the weight down. But the goal of doing that is just so I can get the weight up. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of help. Take a break. Take a break. A little bit of hip drive here. We got triceps next. We're just doing one exercise for triceps. For myself, one exercise for triceps. On my second day that I do my upper body, my shoulder day, I do triceps again. Now for you guys who need more volume, just do 8 sets or do like 6 to 8 sets of triceps. It could be one exercise if you want, or it could be 2. It could be something like that's in the front like this, and something that's overhead if you want. When it comes to these exercises, I'm only doing 4 sets, because I'm doing only one exercise. I will take every one of these sets to failure. Just because it's triceps and I'm not gonna train them again until another like 2 days, so We're gonna bring it to failure. And basically for me, I like bring it in like this, right? It's gonna come up like this, right? I'm like this, not on top of it, more so like this. Elbows are tucked in, shoulders are down. I'm gonna press it in front of me. So I'm almost doing like a press, and this is coming up. It's almost like doing a vertical, almost like doing a vertical JM press, sorta. I got, here's my advice. I got 1 to 3 favorite exercises for each muscle group. And I gave some advice to one of my clients, and I was like, when it comes to programming, really, for me, I treat each exercise like a favorite song, right? I'm gonna play it on repeat until I get sick of it. And then I'm like, I hate this song now. And then I'll switch to the next song. And I'll put that song on repeat until I hate it. And then by the time I hate that song, I'm like, man, I missed that first song I haven't heard in a long time. That's how I switch my workouts up, to be honest. Because when it comes down to it, man, my biggest, what I believe the most is like, you gotta, like, the exercise needs to make sense, but you gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy the exercise. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm focusing on, remember, shoulders back and away from ears and down, and maintaining this posture. Plus, it's almost like, I'm continuing that same simulation of that almost dip motion, decline. What I'm doing, ho ho. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. And if you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, become with that telekinetic, transparent, vulnerable truth for coaching, guys. Hit the link description below. Fill out that application. Jump on a 50-minute video call with me, and we'll go over your goals and see what we can achieve together. And make sure you use my code Johnny for 10% off BlueStarNutraceuticals.com, and head over to my site JohnnyShreve.com for all things one-time plans, training splits, ebooks, video calls, the works. Let me help you make fitness fit your life, and not the other way around. Anyway, guys, until next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.